Hello, teacher. We are group number 1. We got challenge 1 and we are going to explain what is it about. We are Wendy Zambrano, Tatiana Pineda, Paola Ramirez, and Santiago Molina. First, we have an English writing of Fundamentos de la Teoría Ecológica, pages 12 to 56. So first, we have the first question, what is the purpose behind discussing the topic study? So, one of the purposes is to understand the existing relationship between living organisms and the environment in which they live in. So this is a complex relationship because the environment is full of living organisms that are mostly and also the main basis of the ecosystems and of the nature. Then we have what is life. What is life is linked to living organisms in the ecosystems. It is a network of interactions between these living organisms and the non-living organisms in the ecosystem. Then we have the importance of energy and its relationship with the sun. So this relationship is really important because thanks to the sun, living organisms can develop on an ecosystem, and it also helps the ecosystem to have the energy to overcome different complications or things that could happen when they are facing different processes, like for example the processes that are in the food web chain. So basically, thanks to the energy that the sun gives us, the ecosystem is working just fine. Also, we have the importance of bacteria and microorganisms. We know that when there is a process of decomposition, the bacteria is the one microorganisms that keeps the nutrients that will later help land to be healthier and to help ecosystems to achieve an equilibrium. And last but not less important, we have population, extinction, and supervivience. In this point, we have the extinction that is related to the exploitation of species, these species that live in the ecosystem. And this mostly happens when there is a predation system that surpasses the species that they hunt. So extinction is really harmful for ecosystems because there wouldn't be any equilibrium in nature. And also we have the supervivience system, that is when a species tries to survive in hostility.
What can you infer about the target of topic study? This study seeks to develop a more ecological and conscious way of thinking. It is not just about understanding scientific theories, but also about assuming a social and ethical commitment to the environment. The idea is that as future professional, we understand the importance of action responsibility in the face of the environmental problem we face today. It is emphasized that ecology should not be limited to the box, but should be applied in daily life. This topic teaches us a thought of action, no matter how small they might seem, can have a positive or negative impact on the environment. It also shows how policy and collective decisions can contribute to caring for or damaging the environment. The study explains that ecosystem function like a large network where everything is connected. Every living being, from a plant or an animal, plays an important role in maintaining natural balance. If one part of the system is altered, the entire ecosystem can be affected. So it's key to understand that nothing in nature as isolation. It's also important to know that whether microorganisms are fundamental to life on the planet. Tons of that nutrients are used cycle, organic matter depend sources, and the soil remains fertile. Although we also don't see that they perform essential function for the natural cycle of life of the continent and maintain ecological balance.
3. What can you infer about the conclusions of topic study? First, we can infer that the conclusions mostly emphasize on the importance of understanding ecology as a science that connects all forms of life and also their surroundings. Also, we have that it's really important to understand the context and the connections that are created through different processes in nature. This is really fundamental for ecology, for the starting of life, and also is really important to keep a balance or an equilibrium in the ecosystem and in the planet. Then we have that there is a competence between species that happen depending on supervivience and predation. And then we have the importance of highlighting that protecting the environment is not only a scientific duty but is also a moral and a social responsibility shared by everyone but mostly for humans.
Conclusion about this right. We can see that everything in the natural is connected. Every action we take has an impact. So we must be aware and take care of the environment. This is not just a scientific issue, but a responsibility we will have in the week one a more sustainable world. The importance of studying ecological change is highlighted because even something as small as a microorganism can alter the food chain. This can generate imbalance, affect population, and have serious consequences for ecosystem.
As part of the development of the world, the second session was devoted to the reading of Daisy, the repercussions of business cycle on renewable and non-renewable energy, consumption structure evidence from OCDE countries. This exercise made it possible to analyze important aspects and answer a number of questions. 1. What is the purpose behind discussing the issue? Analyze how economic cycle, recession and growth affect renewable and non-renewable energy consumption in OCDE countries. Search. Understand the impact of economic fluctuation on energy demand and production. Assess the role of institutions and foreign direct investment, i.e., in the transition to clean energy. Purpose policies and strategies that strengthen the sustainability and resilience of the energy sectors. 2. What can be you informed about the targets of EC? Explain the relationship between economic cycles and energy consumption. Differentiate the efforts on renewable and non-renewable sources. Analyze how IED and institutions can mitigate crises and foster technological innovation. Contribute to the design of sustainable economy and energy policies that balance growth with environmental protection. 3. What can be inferred about the conclusion of EC? The findings of the trial indicate that business cycle influence energy consumption and thus sustainability. Expansion increases energy demand, including renewable energy, while recession reduces it, halting the advance of renewables due to their cost. To counter this instability, the study highlights the importance of strong environmental governance, institutional quality, foreign direct investment, IED, and research and development ICLOSD, as this factor drives the adoption of renewable energy even in times of crisis.
And we have the essay conclusions. First, we have that this essay highlights that renewable and non-renewable energies respond differently according to economic fluctuations. According to this, we have that non-renewable sources still dominate due to their lowest costs and easier accessibility. We also have that the study concludes that strengthening institutions, promoting research and also development, and encouraging foreign direct investments are key strategies to maintain renewable energies progress despite economic instability.